Don't be cruel, teddy bear, dancing hips and long black hair. Old friend, you crossed my mind today. Las Vegas Hotel, Graceland, sweet young daughter and a million fans. Old friend, you touched my heart today. If I listen real close in the still of the night, I can hear your voice saying you're alright. Close my eyes, open my soul, touch the theme of rock and roll, old friend. It's good to feel you once again. You shook us all up, you loved us tender, caught us in a trap, we all surrendered on. Oh yeah, loving you. Don't daydream me now. I'm falling in love with you. I can sit down, put your records on. 7 sad years are suddenly gone. God, you were young, it doesn't seem fair. Would you be here if I could have been there? Oh, friend, my heart's crying once again. Trapped here on earth, your mother is free. A lonely pain we refuse to see. Old friend, you touched my heart today. Oh, old friend, I'm missing you once again. I'm missing you once again.
Hello, I'm Priscilla Beaulieu Presley, and I'm very aware of what Graceland has come to mean to so many people throughout the world. It's a tangible link to the man that they loved and admired through the years. And as an executor of his estate, it was my feeling that Graceland should be open to the public so they could share in his accomplishments and have a clearer understanding of not only the legend, but of the man himself.
Here to his final resting place, where he now lies between his mother, Gladys, and his father, Vernon, and alongside his grandmother, Minnie May. A marker in memory of his infant twin, Jessie Guerin, was also placed here in the meditation garden. Every year since then, on the eve of the anniversary of his death, a candlelight service is held to honor his memory.
Thousands upon thousands of people from all walks of life, from all 50 states, and almost every foreign country have stood at these gates for hours and days at a time, hoping to catch a glimpse of the man who lived within these walls. They felt a strong kinship with him, a sense of pride in his accomplishments, and a delight that he was able to enjoy the fruits of his labor to such an extent. They also took pleasure in the fact that he represented the American dream, and that it was still very real and possible to attain. He gave them that, and he gave them a great road leading to the main house. There was very little to indicate that this was the home of a poor country boy from Tupelo, Mississippi, who, with remarkable instincts and a God-given ability, was able to define a whole new era of American music. This is Graceland. Since 1957, the home of Elvis Aaron Presley. Although it has become a symbol, a museum, and to some people, a shrine, it is still first and foremost the place where Elvis lived, laughed, and shared good times with his friends and family. In other words, it was a home, in the best and truest sense of the word. Now, as we make our own private tour of Graceland, and I'm pleased to be able to act as your host for this hour and contribute some insights into the life and career of this living legend, named Elvis Presley. We're in the main hallway. The first thing that you see when you enter the front door, this and everything else in the house has been restored to its original condition wherever possible. This is the decor and the furnishings that were used 18 of the 20 years that he lived here. Elvis bought Graceland in 1957, just a few short years after his career began to skyrocket on a national basis. Now, can you imagine the sense of gratification he felt? This young man in his early 20s, who'd been laughed at and scorned for his musical tastes and ambitions, to be able to sit down and write a check for $100,000 cash and purchase his southern mansion. It wasn't only the fact that he now owned a large house and nearly 14 acres of land that pleased Elvis so much. It was also nice to know he had purchased a piece of history, a property that had been in the previous owner's family for generations. You might say it gave him instant respectability. Elvis bought Graceland from a woman named Mrs. Moore. The estate was named after Mrs. Moore's great-aunt, Grace. And during the 20 years that Elvis called this home, he made many improvements, some of which you'll see as we travel through the house and grounds. In order to really comprehend what this house meant to Elvis and to me when I lived here, I think it's important to put it all into some kind of perspective. Elvis was born in Tupelo, Mississippi, in a 30 by 15-foot shack. Elvis's mother, Gladys, had the normal aspirations for her son, that he should grow up healthy and eventually have a steady, well-paying job with the possibility of a pension at the end of the road. It was a good, solid middle-class dream, and never went so far afield as to include the possibility of his ever becoming an entertainer, let alone the most for himself. He thought perhaps of becoming a mechanic, as he liked to work with his hands. One of the first jobs he ever held was driving a truck for the Crown Electric Company. It was in that truck that he first drove to Sun Records in Memphis to record 2 songs to give his mother for her birthday, My Happiness and That's When Your Heartaches Begin, both originally recorded by the Ink Spots.
When I was working for Sam Phillips, one of the services we offered was a general recording service, which gave the public an opportunity to literally come in off the street and make a record of anything they wanted to. $3 one side.
Long before that first recording. Perhaps it started when he won second prize at the Mississippi-Alabama Fair and Dairy Talent Contest at the age of 10. He sang Old Shep, and he charmed the judges of him when he was young and had very few toys, sharing whatever he did have with the other children who had even less than he. Giving just seemed to be a natural part of his...
Don't be cruel, teddy bear, dancing hips and long black hair. Old friend, you crossed my mind today. Las Vegas Hotel, Graceland, sweet young daughter and a million fans. Old friend, you touched my heart today. If I listen real close in the still of the night, I can hear your voice saying